Where I grew up, a small Afrikaner conservative community. My mother's a church organist. It's religious, it's conservative, it's racist. It's the apartheid system. Historically, 20 years ago, or even before it, part of the apartheid propaganda was that we, the Afrikaner, were the chosen folk, as in the Bible. So religion underlaid it very, very strongly. You weren't allowed to think for yourself. You weren't trusted to think for yourself. Television only arrived late in this country because they were afraid that we would get other world views. I was born in '69, so I was 19, just left school, first year in university, kind of finding my space. And in 1990, there was the first referendum. Only white people, you had to vote yes or no. Should we engage with the other? 65% odd said yes. It's at that point where I started already identifying quite differently from the prescribed identity. And I realized that I wasn't the only one. Around me were all these other people. And now 20 years later, this project is a project that is documenting how far we've come, or how much we've changed, or who are we now as Afrikaners 20 years after that 1990 watershed. Apartheid photography, apart from David Goldblatt, most of the time was photography of violence of black people. The photography in the apartheid era of white people were all these neat, perfect world, portraiture. And then comes 1989, and that's a global watershed here, and the same in this country, where for the first time, young Afrikaner kids like me started resisting the system. Music was the first of that to start expressing itself. You know, from the inside, obviously, the system has started to crumble, and these kids, us, took that on and started creating and expressing ourselves around that. Draai jou lyf parallel met die venster. Draai jou lyf parallel met die muur. Okay, draai jou voete. Draai jou kop heeltemal hiernatoe. I kind of started photographing friends, and I realized that here's something really strong that I can develop into a full project, because the whole body of work is a single project, it's a single artwork. It is a monument. So in this process, I started understanding where we are and what we are doing, and as an Afrikaner, as a group. And that's interesting because I started being able to outline an Afrikaner identity now of where we're at. Jolandi Visser, one half of Die Antwoord, or the Antwoord. So Jolandi is the daughter of a preacher man. Parents conservative, Afrikaans dominee. As a teenager already, she was a difficult, rebellious teenager. But finally with the Antwoord, and let's talk about that, I think she found her voice. So there's a white female taking rap, making it her voice, and then do it in an Afrikaans language, which again is a takedown from Dutch, which is the major language, and then Afrikaans is the language in a minor key. That whole notion of a chosen folk has been broken up. We're not chosen, we are South Africans, and we're part of Africa. And we're exploring what that identity means. I'm talking about a very specific, call it a subgroup within the bigger Afrikaner group. But what the big group is forced to do is to question themselves, why they are here. The one big question is, why are you here? Why do you stay? Why don't you leave? So if you are here and you are staying, then how do you engage? How do you become African? I wanted to create a body of work that is a monument to now. What is that? Where am I? Why am I here? What is my position right now in this place, geographically, in this place, ideologically, politically? Who the fuck am I?